Almost 4 years after being released and after receiving a bit of a mixed reviews from some of the gamers upon release, is it still worth playing in 2022 and did it age well? What's up everyone and welcome to a new video. My name is Omar with Real Gamer Review and today we are reviewing Detroit Become Human almost 4 years after being released. If you're watching my channel for the first time, a like and a subscribe would be hugely appreciated. And to all of my current subscribers, sorry for taking such a long time not posting any videos, but now I'm back and hopefully we stay on track. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first time I played and reviewed this game, it was back on my old beloved PS4 Pro. And at the time the game looked pretty cool from a visual perspective, but recently I started playing it on PC for the sake of this review, which took the game to a whole nother level compared to the PS4 and the PS4 Pro from a visual perspective. So first things first, let's start with a quick brief about the game. Detroit Become Human is a 2018 adventure video game developed by Quantic Dream and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The plot follows three androids, Kara, which I think is Jennifer Lawrence's doppelganger, who escapes her owner to explore her newfound sentience and protects a young girl. Next we have Connor, which is easily my favorite character of the game, whose job is to hunt down deviant androids. And Marcus, who devotes himself to releasing other androids from servitude. The game overall is considered to be one of those playable story kind of games, so if you are not into that type of games, probably this one is not for you. Me myself, I'm not a huge fan of those kind of games as well, but for some reason this game felt a bit different and I became fond of it while playing and going through its amazing story. I would say one of the best aspects of this game is the story, with the main setup being in the near future where humans invented human-like androids who are sold to humans or corporations to basically perform an assortment of tasks or jobs, with the story setting up to a full-scale android revolution, with the three main characters being a part of it throughout their own individual stories. The game is set in 2038, worn-out Detroit has become a shiny powerhouse and the home of the android manufacturing revolution, with a lot of urban farms and glossy shopping complexes around. And while the economy is thriving, unemployment is at its highest measures as a result of drastic changes in labor brought by androids. And this is mainly how the story begins. The story itself has a pretty good plot and speaks mainly about a conflict between androids and humans with a huge chunk of investigative and detective work, which gives the game a futuristic Sherlock Holmes vibe. When focusing on the main objectives, Detroit Become Human is about 12 hours in length. If you are a gamer that strives to see all aspects of the game, you are likely to spend around 30 to 35 hours to obtain 100% completion. As I mentioned before, there are three playable characters that you get to play with during the course of the story. The game changes automatically between them every time you finish a level, with quick-time events and dialogue decisions, and some optional side tasks through every level. The story will branch out depending on which choices are made. Every choice you make in each level changes the plot and the narrative a bit, and different characters in the game will behave and act accordingly depending on the choices you make. This kind of gameplay, giving you multiple scenarios depending on your choices throughout the story, is not new to video games. But believe me when I tell you that those guys took it to a whole other level. For example, the first level alone, with you playing with Connor, it has 3 different endings depending on choices you make throughout the level and the amount of exploration made in it as well. Not only that, but each different ending you go with will affect the next levels for Connor and how the characters around him will be treating him. Pretty cool, huh? And at the end of each level, the game will give you a flowchart of the amount of choices available in the level and how many did you successfully unlock. So this game is easily one of the best out there when it comes to the replay value. So one can say that the developers of this game did a pretty good job, not only with the gameplay and story, but with the graphics and visuals as well. Because this is where Detroit Become Human shines the most. The The game was released back in 2018, but till this day, the game looks pretty good even on PS4 and PS4 Pro. You can also play it on PS5 with the backwards compatibility option, but unfortunately it didn't get any patches to upgrade the graphics and visuals. But as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I'm playing this game on PC right now, and it really took the game to a whole other level. Although this game has been released on PC for quite some time now, but it still looks super impressive till today. The graphics and visuals are unbelievably realistic. Quantic Dream created a marvel here while giving extra care to the tiniest details. The rendering, dynamic lighting, shading, face animations, reflections. There are literally some games that were released this year and haven't reached that level of graphics and visuals. Even if you are playing the game on PS4 Pro or PS5 with backwards compatibility, it still looks pretty good as it's running on 4K resolution with checkerboard rendering. But of course, if you want to get the best visual experience out of the game, I would definitely recommend playing it on PC with the highest settings as the clips captured in this video. Well, of course, as you would have guessed, that after achieving top scores with all the visual and story aspects of the game, they definitely won't ruin it when it comes to the music and audio. The game did a pretty good job when it comes to the music, sound effects, and the amazing voice acting. The choice of music and songs is excellent as it really puts you in the mood when it comes to the key moments of gameplay and story. I honestly consider the music and audio as the cherry on top when it comes to this game, as it is the last addition to this amazing game, creating the perfect game formula. As always, I'll leave you with a few clips so you can check out the audio yourselves.
Stay back! Don't come any closer or I'll jump!
No, please, I'm begging you!
Now it's my turn to decide.
As a conclusion, and after playing this game more than 3 times, I would say that this is a pretty solid single-player game. A game that story games fans will easily love. Overall, it checks all the boxes that a solid single-player game should have. If you are into single-player games that heavily depend on the story with some amazing visuals, and you have never played this game before, then I would easily recommend this game for you. Alright, time to wrap this up. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, then leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.